it sounds obvious. So I'm just going to get the clean water and I'm going to wet the entire area of my leaf. And if I touch that line and a little green comes in, that's fine because, you know, green is going to be a part of the painting. So we're going to wet the entire area, not so that there's puddles, just so that there's a nice sheen on the paper. And I'll show you once I get all the water down what I mean by sheen, so that when we add the paint, the other colors, you'll see how they merge together with the paint that's on, with the water that's on the paper, and we'll get some really good blending, and you can pretty much watch the paint do its own thing. It's really fun. So doing this technique, you're never going to create a painting that's the same as the one before, because they know the paint, like I said, does its own thing. Depends on how much water you have on the paper, depends what color you're using, you'll always get a different effect. So right there, I put down just some water inside the lines, okay? So in order to get rid of that green, add a little more water, or I can just scrub the line, or as you see as we go along, it'll disappear as I add more color. So that's the beginning of our leaf. So let's start with some fall yellow, and we're just gonna drop it in. See how it's just moving around a little bit with the water, just doing its thing. It's very easy. I'm helping it along with the brush a little bit, but it's pretty much doing its own thing. Let's add some red because it is autumn. So put some red here. Put some red. As you see, it's turning a little bit orange as it meets the yellow, which is fine because that's another fall color and so beautiful. And I'm just playing, really. I'm just playing with the colors. Let's get some dark green, maybe around the edges. See how it just feathers out, and it's only going where I put the water. It's not going on the dry part of the paper. Let's just do that. Maybe we'll do that all around the edges, up here. See how it's doing its own thing here. I absolutely love to watch it. It's so relaxing and fun. And like I said, every time you do it, you get something different. Okay. And maybe down toward the end, like our real our real leaf, gets kind of crunchy and brown there. So maybe we'll put a little bit of brown down here. And you can see that's just working its way through the wet water. I'm helping it along a little bit. Just go around the edges. Move it up into that green, make it kind of blend together. Okay. So it starting to look a little bit like a leaf. I'm just making the tips a little bit more pointy as I go along. Because you know what, it's your painting, you can do whatever you like. Let's just add a little bit of green down the center, down the edges of the leaf. Get to give it a little dimension. Let's see, ooh, this is a nice autumn color. Let's put some of that in there. Just a little bit. So I'm just playing with it, and I'm not painting. I'm just dabbing because I really don't want to make a muddy painting. I just want to do it where you can see the colors and their vibrancy and how they work together. Okay. I love this color right here. It's kind of like an ochre color. tone down a little bit of that red that I put in, make it a little more full. Okay. So with this technique, it's very, very wet right now. I could always wait till it dries and I could come back in and do some veining. Or you could just leave it as is. So right now, I'm just going to make, with the tip of my brush, as you can see, that's why I love round brushes. See, it comes to a point I can make the most detailed line just by holding the paintbrush perpendicular to the paper. And I'm just going to make the stem. Okay, bring that up into the leaf. Just by using my two favorite browns. I'm just flicking my wrist a little bit for the veins. And there you have it, our full leaf using the wet on wet technique. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you try it because it's so much fun.